It's worked. I heard it. It's worked. It's worked. Good evening. Welcome to Raconteurs After Dark Friday. I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to have a little bit of well, I just thought I'd have a bit of a rest, you know. But I thought, well, I'll do it, especially after this morning. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on with Mr. Super Leeds when he makes his acquaintance. I just spoke to him on the phone earlier on. I'm bringing him on. Chris O'Rourke says, evening all, just had to mute. Is that a bit loud, that? I need to change the theme tune to YMCA. That's not bad. That's not a bad thing, young man. Young man. I hope you don't feel down, because young man, I don't know the rest of the words. Anyway, you go to somewhere where you get bummed, because that's what they wanted. You know, Tash, and we didn't get it, did we? We're all doing YMCA. I'm pretending I don't know that, but of course, I spent 25 years as a DJ. Played YMCA more times than I care to remember or care to even think about. It sends a shiver down my spine. So yeah, no, not YMCA. This is not the YMCA. We are not at the YMCA. So anyway, Leeds is going to be on in a bit. Muted because your intro tune is shite. That was Eve that did that, you know. He did that on his guitar thing. He's got a guitar, you know. Some people say it's the best ever. So, different things for different people. And professionalism is, and that is what I want. I remember the YMCA in Sheffield, Endcliffe Road. I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I never went. I never had the misfortune to have to go to the YMCA, but I'm sure you had a really good time. You can meet new guys and things. Did you? What were it like? Was it like a 24-hour party, or what? Bleakford Flappering. Was it just like party all the time? Complete party. Bleakford Flappering. Good name. Difficult to... no, it was a hostel. Yeah, I understand it was a hostel. But, you know. Cheap rooms. Oh, man. Yeah, I know there's the YWCA as well, weren't they, back in the day? Because... well, I bet you won't get away with YMCA anymore. It'd have to be de-fucking genitized. So it'd be the YFCA, Young Freaks, fucking. But there were no parties. Sorry, I'm sorry to hear that. Evening. Let's say hello to some people in chat room. Jimmy Hagan, good evening to you. Spanish Chicky, Uni Black Sister. Only allowed like 5 people at a party. Lol. He says WLCA. That be yeah. What would that be? The and it'd be the young. It'd be the YLCA, wouldn't it? Women's cheap accommodation. Yeah, happy St. George's Day, everybody. If you're English, if you're not, happy whenever your day is as well. I know that St. Andrew's Day isn't St. Andrew's Day is in. Oh, fuck, shut my fucking mouth before I get myself in a load of trouble. I'm trying to skin up. I did. This was like a last minute thing. I hope Leeds shows this in it fucking chat room in a minute because he's supposed to be coming on with me. No notice of show on. Sorry, Ron. I only did it like last minute. Like I say, I was going to just not. I weren't going to bother. I was going to sort of perhaps do it tomorrow night, but St. George, I thought it was Turkish actually, Ron. I thought it was Turkish. No notification again. See, loads of people aren't getting notifications. It's they just don't like me. I don't think. I bet others get notifications sent out. I don't know why. A lot of people say it in Turkey, but it was Greek. Okay, well, I'm not going to get bogged down in semantics. So I just heard somewhere it was Turkish. James Corbett got deleted off YouTube. Unlucky. What? Can't speak fucking nasal. Jimmy Hagan got a notification. He's just fine. So some people do and some people don't. I don't know what it is. Whether it's to do with other things that you might be watching. That it's like thought. Well, you're not going to really be interested in this guy. You know, if you and I'm not suggesting that this is the case, but if you've sort of like if you subscribe to I Love Cats, then you know they're probably going to think, well, you know, I don't know how it fucking works. It's a mystery. We'll sort it one day. One day somebody will come along and say, sorted YouTube, I've just bought it from we all using up bitcoins that I bought many years ago. And now it's a free platform and anyone can say what they want. Stephen Moore says he got his just 2 minutes ago. So I've noticed the numbers gradually creeping up. So there are people getting notifications or seeing that we're on. I did put some on Facebook, but it was a last minute thing. I didn't. It's not like we're able to get the word out there, and you know, hopefully people, if they don't see it now. I remembered you said Friday after dark, Jason. Yeah, I did. Yeah, and that was always my intention. A bit like Jesus, only Jewish on his mother's side. Who only Jewish on his mother's side? Okay. They weren't English. No, they're patron saint. Bitcoin is going down. It's still fucking massive compared to what you would have got from if you'd invested 10 grand in 2010. You're still quids in, and that would just be one coin, and you probably got millions of the cunts. So you'd be able to take over the entire world. Like they are. They're trying to take over the entire world, aren't they? I'm not. I'm not under any illusion now that this is a complete fucking world takeover. I put the title as when being a truther, when it was fun to be a truther, and I mean that we did have some really good fucking days, and fucking talking on Pal Talk right back in the day, up until I remember I talking to one guy, and I remember we were talking to one guy and about 9/11, and I fell asleep at the computer. He were in America, so he were up. But I'd fucking fell asleep at computer. And it must have been about fucking 3 or 4 in the morning. And I hear him going, Jason. And I go, whoa, fucking what? And then he comes up with this theory that he's been working on all the time that I've been asleep. And, it's some really good stuff. We had some good times. I interviewed some... I didn't interview. I had dealings with some people that were deeply suspicious, and I feel I got a little bit of the inside of that. I feel like I got to see a bit of the inside of that, particularly the David Shayler stuff, which was really eye-opening. And just beyond fucking comprehension. Okay, interesting. Bitcoin. I was offered Bitcoin in the late 90s and early 2000s for market research surveys, but I never heard of it, so I didn't bother. Interesting. Bitcoin. It came out in 2008. Okay. Hello, darlings. I remember we used to do that. We had a time when we were particularly Andy. We were doing we were not Bitcoin. That one coin that fucking woman ripped off. Hang on a minute, just a second. Will you just bear with me a second? Oh. What are you doing?
Stick a link in. I missed link because I can't see.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You've got something wrong with your eyes. Oh, God, the listeners will be up for that. All right, I'll stick link in. Chat. All right, mate. I was waiting for you to make me send known. There you go. There is the link. Oh, my fucking hand is killing me now. It's that fucking phone. Bastard thing. Defo offered it, mate. Regret it now. It was for household stuff and doing a review. I don't know. Has Bitcoin been around more than that? It's just everyone gets suspicious about everything, don't they? So, everybody's highly suspicious of new things. Fucking hell. I need to get my teeth done when I get my fucking payout. Yeah, so you never know, do you? You never know. You never know what's round the corner. Are your hands feeling better now, Jace? They're not. They're still same, really. I can't really grip anything. If I try to grip like a toothpick off, I can't get it. I can't. It's still right painful. I'm a lobby ball down at garden for dog this afternoon, and after the short amount of time, it were really painful. So, but it's getting better. It's getting better. It's got to go. It took a long time to come on. It's going to take a long time to go off. It's been fucking 6 months now, nearly. It must be. Well, we're in 5 months. So, yeah. Yeah, there you go. You will get function back. Do you know? I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Doctors ain't got a clue. They ain't got a clue what it is. It was magnesium deficiency. I've been having magnesium supplements now for God knows how long. God knows how long. For since Christmas anyway. Just after Christmas. So I've been having them every day, and it's taking its time. It's not going as quick as I'd like, but it's going at some point. The stupid George Floyd trial apparently went through, and the Derek guy was found guilty. Yeah, we know about that over here, man. Apparently, you're in America. You should know this. You should be looking out your window at race riots now, going off, boom, torching cars and doing all that sort of shit because take Epsom salts. Yeah. Well, I've got this magnesium thing. I think it's the same sort of thing. Yeah, so we've had that distraction, haven't we? There was something I was particularly wanting to. Oh, raspberry vodka does help. Oh. Do you like it, Kevin? Tell me you like it. Anyway. Oh, by the way, if anybody's on like a Mesoprol or Lansoprazole, which I was on because I was on aspirin. I was on aspirin every day, and aspirin can hurt the lining in your stomach. So we're on these gastric pills, and now they don't allow magnesium into your system. So if you're eating stuff with loads of magnesium in, they stop magnesium from getting into the system, or they slow it down, or a lot less anyway. So that there's something that I've learned today. Every time they mention a murder on the news, they always have to mention the words white and black. It's a fucking race baiting thing. Dinny, hi to you, Dinny. Fuck off. Get back a bit. Get the. Oh, it's that one side. That's why. Hey, finally. Oh. And Mesoprol can cause cancer. Look, they're using these things when people. I got it from you, didn't I? That's where I got it from. War Graves is the latest race baiting thing. I've not seen anything about that, Bandit Buster. If you want to fill us in, you can come on and let us know. Good evening to Donna as well, Donna Caddy. Donna and Matt are in. Yeah, it's all bait. It's all baiting stuff. It's all. But one thing that's really irritated me, and as you know, I have to watch. We have to have a television. I've got a wife who's pretty normal. I mean, she does listen to me. I don't know how much she takes in, but she's anti-vaccine, and she's also, anti just about everything. I am. And now, so we've got a TV. Now there's this advert on for Amazon, and it's got this bloke, and I'm not going to mention his race because it don't fucking matter, but there's got this bloke, and he's got his baby, and it's obviously at middle of night, and he's got his baby up, and he's cuddling his baby, young baby, and while he's doing it, he's on his phone on Amazon, and he's going, that's a good price. That's a good price. And baby starts crying. Oh, no. Good price. Good price. And I'm thinking to myself, what are we teaching people? That when I used to get up in the middle of the night with my daughter, it was like it was like a bonding thing. I try to rock her to sleep, touch her, tickle her nose, and do whatever I can to try get her to sleep after I fed her and changed her and made sure she's all comfortable and everything. So rather than going through my phone, I would have never have done that anyway. Going through my phone, going, oh, good price. Oh, you're on Amazon. Oh, Amazon, it's a good price. Go on Amazon. Fucking Jeff Bezos ain't got enough money. Or fucking solid gold houses. Or fucking solid gold aeroplanes and ships and that. I've got a fucking... Jesus Christ. Just fucking makes me... just makes me fucking blood... Makes me blood boil. It's what they're doing. What they're doing to us. What they're making normal. Well, that's not normal. That's your child. Why would you be doing that? They are going hard on divisional identity politics in order to smash any unified resistance to the great COVID hoax, the catalyst for the social credit system and cashless society. Yeah. Social credit system, cashless society. I don't like them ads either. Amazon ads. Ridiculizer. Yeah, you've got a point there. Identity politics. That's all politics we've got at the moment, isn't it? There's no. It's identity, and if somebody's suggesting that some money be placed in one place, there's always somebody who's going to object to that and fucking. Then there's legal battles and nobody ends up with fuck all. Oh, fuck off, you, mate. Jesus Christ. Truda, Bandit Buster, don't know too much, Jace, about it. Basically, the colonial troops didn't get gravestone memorials like the European troops, which is not right. But it's been overcooked as usual again. Yeah, it is being overcooked as usual. And what we can say about that is that we're at a completely different time. And what we're going to do? Are we going to say that these people? I don't. We're talking a different time. We're talking about where the Dan Buster Squadron's dog were called nigger. What do we do? Do we have to erase all these things? What we can do is we can give all the colonial troops that we obviously know where the graves are. Well, hopefully we know where the graves are, and give them gravestones, proper gravestones, and give them the respect that they deserve because they did fight. And I know that Joanna Lumley's a big one for Gurkhas, isn't she? I don't know whether she's doing it for, so that she can, for the virtue signalling or whatever. I think she's from there. Oh, for fuck's sake. What? What do we do? Erase all these things. What we can do. Can you turn the thing off back behind you? Why can't what's up? I can't get on. Why? I don't know. Fucking stream out. Won't let me on. Why won't it? I don't know. It won't let me on. I don't know what she's doing. It's like saying what's your fucking password and that, and I ain't got a fucking password. Well, I don't know then. Keep trying. Hey dear. Super Leeds there on the phone. On the telephone. Live in colour as well. John Smith said, my 81-year-old, I'm assuming, sister got vaccinated and was really ill and spent a week in hospital until the staff started to get ill. So the doctor sent her home for her own safety. She's still very ill. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's these vaccine. Newbie said I left a comment that was taken away by the moderator team at Google. It's all honestly. That happens quite a lot. I do get notifications, and it'll say such and such has made a comment on one of your videos, and I'll click on it, and then you won't be able to find it 'cause it's not there. It's it's depressing, but so am I a moderated moderator? I don't know. You left a comment with taken away by the moderator team at Google. It's not me. Yes, you are. You are a moderated moderator, a Swedish moderated moderator. New being, but you're a good moderator. Let's have a look at it. Get it. It's pitching. This is here. I've gone too far. Where are we going? There we go. It's pitching one against another argy-bargy in everything, and it pisses me off. So I switch off that square thing completely. Ignore the news. Full stop. I generally tend to ignore the news. If I get up in time before my wife goes up to her office to go to work, she's usually got BBC News on. So I sometimes catch a little bit of that, but it's usually bollocks, and it's usually fucking. It's usually this. I mean, coronavirus this week has had a couple of good hits. A good COVID-19's had a good bit of distraction with the European Super League that were proposed, and everybody, and got fucking went absolutely mental about it. And I was out in my wife was taking me somewhere in a car today, or messing about with a car. She's bought to send a new car. And so I was farting about it, and I was farting about with radio. I put Talk Sport on, and I don't know who it was. I can't remember. I don't know who it was, but one of the blokes, one of the pundits on Talk Sport said, it's a shame that this doesn't happen over social issues, that it's taken a European Super League, an ESL, a European Super League to bring people out, but yet social issues, loss of, we're not. But then again, it's all media led. It were starting off by Gary Neville, and then the media followed it, and then everyone followed that, and it was completely. Joanna Lumley is a man. Undercrown, Agent Red Coat. I don't know what we're talking about here. Black or white troops, they were still forced to run at machine guns for 4 fucking years, and that failed strategy didn't seem to change. You're quite right. It don't matter, does it? If they were prepared to fight for the Allies, then they should be honoured the same as anybody that fought for the Allies, including what were him who had. I relate more to him. Who that fucking that bloke he were a pilot and he got no legs. Douglas Bader. I relate to him. I'm halfway to being Douglas Bader. Go and have a look at Julian Goodyear, the barman at the Rovers' return. Why couldn't we see it right in front of our eyes? So, okay. So Bet Lynch is a bloke then. Bet Lynch is a bloke, and so is what's her face? What did he say? Joanna Lumley. What do you think of Zero Carbon, Jace? No, not to think of it. It's fucking load of bollocks. It's all coming out. I know, isn't it? It's all over the place now on TV. It's gone into overdrive. We've got Amazon telling us that they're thinking of the environment. They've got all these fucking solar panels and these wind farms, probably in their head office or whatever, somewhere in America. But it's a waste of time. Carbon's, you're never going to get zero carbon. You're never going to get it. I mean, I don't even get it. How do they know how much carbon I'm emitting? They don't. It's all guesses. Well, you use that much fucking electricity, so your carbon footprint is this so much. What are they going to do when all cars are electric? All cars are electric. The carbon footprint then's going to be massive, because where does the electricity come from? It don't come from renewable energy. Not at the moment. It's not going to come from renewable energy in the near future. I mean, there's so much fucking so much shit with renewable energy. It's so much bollocks. It's it's crap. It's crap. It's just it's another way to keep us. You got I think genuine environmental issues lose out because of this carbon myth. And I tell you what, I was watching something today. We're in Indonesia, and these guys what they were trying to do is they were a crocodile in this river in Indonesia, and it had got a tire around its neck. It's obviously put its head through a tire, and it's stuck on it, can't get it off, and it's grown into it. So they were trying to catch it so they could cut the fucking tire off or get rid of the tire any way they can. And it showed you some of the problems that they got. I mean, he got a goat. He'd got a goat that he was using for bait to try to catch. It were already dead, this goat. The goat was dead. It had died, so it had been donated by a local, and he got the goat and he put the goat up inside inside the cage, and just so that to try and attract the crocodiles, so to make it stink and be all smelly and whatever. He cut open the goat's stomach, and it was just full of plastic and rope and all sorts of shit, and there were so much plastic down. These are real environmental issues. Not fucking carbon, not fucking knobheads, fucking paedophiles riding on planes to go to a fucking conference so that they can decide they're going to put restrictions on restaurants while they all fuck off back home, same day probably, in the fucking private jets. No, bollocks. It's a load of bollocks. It's a fucking load of bollocks. The carbon myth has to go. It has to be it's going to be one of the bricks that comes out. When you're playing Jenga, you pull out a brick. The carbon myth's going to be one of them bricks. See, with COVID brick, with COVID, they've just given us like loads of free goods. We can pull bits out. Vaccinations not working, people dying. COVID not killing anybody. It's just Indonesia lost a sub. I don't know what that means. Do you mean a submarine? Yeah, Ridiculizer has put. We used to joke they'll charge us for the fucking air we breathe next. If it wasn't for plastic, there would be no trees left. I don't think that applies. Yeah, and there's other ways of making plastic. There's hemp plastic. You can make plastic from hemp, and I think it's gone in 80 days. It's discarded. Whereas the plastic, it's biodegraded. If we get rid, the reason why I don't get rid of plastic is because oil companies, like everything else, oil companies, there's a lot of oil in plastic. Look how much plastic stuff there is about. Even cars are made out of plastic nowadays. And that's oil based. It's just so fucking. There would be no fucking trees. Fucking shut up, dinner. Fucking hell. There'd be no trees. Oh man. Oh fuck. Oh bollocks. Has anybody got a light? There are two kinds of love that you ought to know. Two kinds of poo. I need to find a lighter because I ain't got one, and I need to. Just give me a minute. Just go and bog. Da, 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 da. Phew! I found one. To produce plastic, George Carlin turned in the grave of Joke Butchery. Okay, joke butchering, George Carlin. He'll be turning in his grave, yeah. Great bloke. What a top banana. He fucking definitely knew what was going on. You don't. You have owners. Owners. People who are just clever enough to run the machinery, but dumb enough to not realize that big red, white, and blue dick that's getting shoved up their ass. George Carlin, top banana. He's fucking. It's like you have owners. You do. You have owners. Nobody is free. I was watching Classic Emmerdale the other day. I found it in Bogheath. I'd never wake her up now anyway. She's probably fucking zonked out. Well, yeah, I'm watching Emmerdale, the Classic Emmerdale, not fucking this milkshake, but Classic Emmerdale with Marlon in it, and I don't know if he's still in it, but like Marlon and Mandy and Pat and fucking Jack and Sarah and all these fucking people. Anyway, they were in Kathy's diner. You know, remember Kathy? Beaver. She and someone went to the table where Marlon was sat and pulled and said, "Can I sit here?" And he went, "It's a free country." Can't say that now, can you? Eh? Who said that now? Can you imagine somebody saying to you? Can you imagine how apoplectic you'd be if someone said to you, if you asked somebody something and they went, "It's a free country," how you going to sort of fucking tirade and go, "It's a free country"? Did you say fucking this fucking place? It's got greenhouses. They've got set greenhouses. So we like, you know, them bed benches you get at fucking pubs. They've got greenhouses, so you go in with your drink, and there's 4 or 6 of you can get in, and you can shut your door. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's a fucking greenhouse. Why would you be putting your head in a fucking greenhouse? What are you, a fucking plant? Cabbage or what? Fucking hell. Do you remember Cathy from Emmerdale on Top of the Pops? I do remember she did have a very, very, very brief pop career. I do remember that. Melandra Burrows was her name, if I remember right, that I do. She was she was a very handsome woman, shall we say. A very handsome woman. Stop watching Emmerdale, Nan. Stop. I'm watching it because I'm fucking, my hands have been fucked, my legs been fucked, my other one's disappeared, so I've been sat on a settee not watching all. So just this side of a love song, just this side of love, as the song was the song, yeah. Just this side of love by Melandra Burrows. Yeah, he used to watch Crossroads, and all right, I am now going to out you. Me and Eve were big fans of El Dorado. We were big fans of El Dorado. We never missed a single episode. It was terrible and it was brilliant. Did I Nollocks? Crossroads Motel. Just been watching Lost Bugger Nation Street. It's funny. Well, if you're watching Coronation Street, if you want to revisit old Coronation Street, it starts at about the Coronation Street starts after so they have 2 episodes of Emmerdale and then old Emmerdale, and then they'll have 2 episodes of old Coronation Street. Well, if you start watching it now, you're at the point today. Deirdre was sent down for 18 months. Now, if you remember the furore back in the day when Deirdre was sent down, national newspapers got this for a fucking soap. This is people pretending, and you've got national newspapers fucking demanding free Deirdre. It just went fucking stupid. Weefy Man says I used to like Prison Cell Block H. I think fucking God. Anyway, sorry, Eve. I've grassed you up, Hannah. Uni Black Sister, what's Coronation Street? It's your equivalent probably would be Days of Our Lives or something like that. Yeah, soaps are confusing. There's so many of them, and they're a distraction from real life. I agree, absolutely agree with you. El Dorado was ace, said Eve. Yes, it was. I agree with you completely. It was brilliant. It was so bad. It was just brilliant. And also, it had that there were a woman in it, weren't they, who only got job because she were plating. What's her name? Pat Butcher at her EastEnders. So that's how she got job, because they were like, at it, in the style of the Lesbos. Oh dear! Thumbs up for Fairclough. Kevin Fairclough, weren't it? Imagine there were a few. There were a few that got pulled in. He got pulled in, didn't he? He got pulled in. Kevin Webster. There were another one who used to be on Bill, who then were on Coronation Street, and he got pulled in for it as well. None of them actually didn't stick on any. I think it was just that time where they were, they were just fucking just arresting any fucker. Chris O'Rourke says, "Did Chef Wedge stay up?" No. Yeah, they won, so they've still got a chance. I'm not going to though. But until we're down, it's mathematically impossible. Like Sheffield United stopping up, then we'll keep on going on. I think we've got 3 games left. We need to win them all. It's been going for 60 years. Yeah, that's right. It has. 60 years. That's nearly as old as your country. Yeah. Okay, now. Was it on? Kevin got a tug. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Swimming instructor was Len. Yeah, that's what he got done for it, didn't he, Len? They had to kill him off. Len Fairclough. He were a builder. Arsenal lost. Best goal ever. Have they been playing? Jimmy Corkill. Yeah. See, we're getting there now. We're nearly at the bottom, mate. This is when being a truther were fun. Was there any fun? It were always fun. It were always good. We've had peaks and troughs. You know, like I've lived through probably three or 4 recessions. I've probably lived through 3 really big peaks of being a truther where you think, oh, shit's going to hit fan, and then it done. And then the biggest one was this last one. But still, you've got people who think that Q are going to come along and Trump's still president. And should have chucked him all in canal with Deirdre's toy boy, Samir Rashid. You can't spell Coronation Street without Corona. See, we wouldn't have saw that, would we? Akmose Branoloran. Good evening to you as well. We are chatting proper shit now. I'd say what? Someone come on and talk to me. Tell me what you want to talk about. No, I think that's the closest grounds in the world are Dundee and Dundee United, aren't they? Well, they are in Britain anyway. I know that. Dundee and Dundee United, they're literally a terraced street apart. So there's some terraced houses, then there's Dundee United, and then there's some terraced houses on that side of the road, and then there's Dundee. So that's what I think. Nothing to say. Nobody's got anything to say. Come on, Leeds. Let's have a look what's going on in news. Let's have a look what's going on in the news. Notts County and Forest are close. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're about half a mile apart. Easy. Probably a little bit more. News. Let's have a look at news. I did see it. Oh, fuck off. Okay. I did see earlier on the news that they did it, not on the news, but I was going through some on media, social media, and it said that you shouldn't be cuddling your cats because a kitten had got corona and died. So you were not on the news. Evening. I was going. We've got a visitor. Chris, mate, how are you doing? Chris.
Hi lads, sorry, I had to get rid of the YouTube vid. I'm alright, mate, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great.
Can you hear me?
What's going on? Ah, yeah, I can hear you.
Sound.
Can you hear me?
But, listen, there's a little thing I need to backtrack on what you were talking about earlier on, which needs to go.
Okay.
The currency.
The what? The what? Sorry. Cryptocurrency.
Yeah, Bitcoin, blah 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 blah. It has to go, and it will go because the deep web. That's how these get down. The deep web, the dark web. If you get rid of that, the trafficking and all that. If you get rid of the cryptocurrency, then that goes, doesn't it? That's just my humble opinion. But anyway,
it's an interesting point, that Chris. It's an interesting point. That if you know, is the cryptocurrency, is its existence, or has it been created so that it's easier to traffic? You know, to make payments to traffic.
Yeah. And it's such a trafficking. You know, Silk Road got taken down years ago, didn't it? I don't know if you remember that. I think it was Australia, Silk Road, where you get all.
Silk Road, yeah, I remember that, yeah. Silk Road, yeah, because that was named after. There is an actual physical Silk Road, isn't there? Like, or there was, and that's where it were an ancient place where you went. I think freight went through back in day, and that was what it was named after, Silk Road. And so, yeah, they used to sell weed and drugs. But you can, if you go on dark web, you can buy anything.
You can do anything. You can get a hitman. You can get a mercenary. You can hire mercenaries. You get your own army. You can do whatever you want, and obviously the bad stuff, human experimentation, kids stuff, you know, the really deep stuff. So I'm thinking if you get rid of the crypto, then you get rid of all that bollocks. You know
so,
I mean?
but you know, I mean, is there going to be any appetite for getting rid of cryptos amongst these people that are into this stuff? Let's face it. Most people who are in a position of power can you know, they are the ones that make the laws, you know, make the rules. They're the ones who put it in their hands. You know, I mean, cryptocurrency. See, I just don't know. It's like it's a spider's web that you can't get off. You can't get through.
Yeah, I know it's crazy, mate. But I think that's the way for me, so personally. But even though, you know, talking about getting your own army, do you remember years ago? Remember Mark Thatcher?
Yeah.
He got a little group of mercenaries to overthrow the government in Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah.
Simon Mann.
Yeah, I remember. He had to be rescued, didn't he?
He went down, yeah. But he got out eventually, Simon Mann. He did a good chat with what's his name? He's running for mayor in London. I don't trust him. Oh yeah, Brian Rose.
Right.
He did this and spoke well about that, about how it ended up, because he was basically, you know, banged up the arse basically to Mark Thatcher. So obviously the point is you don't need to try and, you know, overthrow a certain government, but you could if you wanted to, if you know what I mean. But anyway, forget about that. So you mentioned Trump before.
Who?
Trump.
Oh, Trump. Yeah. Go on.
I still think you know, have you been watching anything about Biden? It's not him.
Well, all I heard again on some news channel on radio when I was in my wife's car, that his first overseas trip were going to be to England, which I thought was
in June, yeah.
Which I thought was interesting saying England rather than saying coming to United Kingdom or to UK. I mean, if it's only going to be in England, you'd still say UK, wouldn't you? I mean, you get you. I don't know.
Well, apparently he's coming over here in June, but he hasn't done a public press conference yet. I still listen. I don't know, mate. There's something seriously going on, and it's deep. The Ukraine with the Russians, that's building up there. I don't know what's going on there. There's a link between Biden administration, or the so-called Biden administration, and the Ukraine. There's something seriously going on deep behind the scenes, and I don't believe, like I said, it's not Biden. I think there's a republic coming, hopefully, because we need to hope for this, because if the CCP get the way, we're all screwed. That's it. I'm not saying Trump's the savior, you know what I mean? I'm not, but we're screwed, mate. If these get their way, mate, it's game over. You won't be going anywhere in the interest of saving the planet, because we all know that that's going to rear its ugly head. And listen, we're not perfect. You invented plastics. I didn't invent plastics, did you? This is social engineering. It's been going on for decades.
Okay, well, we've got another guest on, Jimmy Hagan. Good evening, Jimmy. Can you hear us?
Hi, Jason. Can you hear me okay?
You're a bit quiet, mate, to be honest.
Okay, no, I can fix that. Just give me a moment. I'm not used to using this StreamYard stuff. I haven't streamed in a long time. Is that better, Jason?
Now you're a bit loud.
Oh. How are we now?
That's brilliant. Perfect.
Okay. No, I just thought I'd join in the conversation because you sounded lonely, Jason.
Well, I've got to admit, I am a little bit. My wife goes to bed early, leaves me on my own. All I've got is me booze, me weed, and me cushions that I got sent by Super Leeds today. I'll show you in a minute.
What is that?
What is that? It's an old Sheffield Wednesday kit made into a cushion.
Oh, wow.
A replica. He sent me two, so he sent me two of them. This box here with a tripod in, which I don't know what it was for, and he can't remember. And also that St. Paulish scarf, and he sent it in a fucking box that looked like it had got a fucking a photocopier in it. Were fucking massive.
But Chris was chatting there about cryptocurrencies, and I think we have to look at cryptocurrencies not in the sense that they're currencies, but in the sense that they are potential solutions for problems in the world. I mean, there's a lot of really, really cool things about crypto. And I'm not talking about crypto as such. Blockchain. The blockchain technology is absolutely amazing. Now, and it's wrong to think of it just in terms of money, because there's a lot of solutions that come from blockchain technology.
Okay, well, give some examples apart from cryptocurrency.
Well, one example would be a project which is going on. It's called Cardano, if you ever heard of it.
Cardano? No, I've not. I can't say I've.
No. Well, what it is basically is it's a solution. It's a voting system. It's a way to vote securely that can't be interfered with, and it can't be hacked. And it's an extremely exciting project. Because we all know with all the problems that happened in America with the vote, it was just a steal. That election was just stolen, and if a blockchain system was in effect, it is basically unhackable. It's impossible to hack it. So it can't be tampered with. Everybody would have their own login credentials with their own secure key, their own personal, private, and public key, which is also very, very. They use a SHA-256 encryption code, which is basically impossible to hack. So it would be a very, very secure system of voting. For example, that was just one.
So the blockchain then has got many solutions rather than just cryptocurrency. I mean, the crypto is a product of the blockchain, is it?
Crypto, you have to think of crypto. They're almost like penny stocks back in. Do you remember penny stocks?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've seen Wolf of Wall Street, so that's what they were doing in winning. That's what they were doing in penny stocks.
Yeah, little grandmas and granddads buying stocks for pennies and like eventually making a bit of money out of it, you know. So you can think of them like currencies. Some are designed to work like currencies, like Bitcoin, for example, is designed to be a safe way to transfer wealth and hold wealth, you know, because it can't be taken from you. And it's you know, I can appreciate, because you know the way that the governments these days, they can just walk into your bank and they can take your money, you know. Yeah. And I'm seeing a lot, you know, but with Bitcoin, it's not as easy for them to do that.
We're all aware of the bail-ins. Where were that? Were that Cyprus where they were a bail-in a few years ago? Do you remember? Anybody remember that? There was a bail-in, so if you got over 100,000 euros in your account, 10% over the 100,000 euros was taken as a bail-in, rather than, so they were bailing in the bank rather than bailing out the bank. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if that's just something that's just like appeared in my brain or what. But we've been joined by another guest as well. I'll come and say
Rachmose.
Sorry?
Rachmose.
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 How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, mate. How are you?
Cognitive dissonance slapped about all over the internet.
Oh, yeah.
The Bitcoin's a really good idea until the electric switches off.
There you go. But how's that? There must be some sort of there must be something in place for if the electric goes off.
Yeah, we get back to clubs and sticks and stones,
well,
beatings and turnips.
You can actually transfer Bitcoin with just a letter. You don't need technology to transfer Bitcoin.
I had the option of buying it at 78 pence when 2 days after it first came out. I thought, nah, it's just another dude. Alan Turing, the guy that invented the internet, allegedly in Bletchley Park in 1954, died of a poisoned apple. Hence the fucking bite mark out of Steve Jobs' fucking logo. But the Enigma machine, Charles Babbage, numbers, that's what it's all about. Well, I don't trust Bitcoin as far as I could split fucking Bette Lynch's tit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I missed out on it anyway. I'm not going to be buying a Bitcoin at fucking 50,000 quid or what, $50,000 or whatever it is at the moment. But it's another bubble that's going to burst, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think? Is that what you think? A bubble that's just going to burst? I mean, but it's going on quite long for a bubble that's going to burst. We're 11.
Oh, look,
sorry?
I said, oh, look, a cloud. Oh, look, another cloud. While you're busy looking at the cloud, you're not watching where you're going, isn't it? It's just another diversionary bloody tactic to keep the people all happy and herd-like fashion while they carry on with their machinations and do what they're doing anyway. Did you hear today that the courts are actually going to assign a docket number now? They're going to produce a court case against Hancock, Twitty, and all of these other fucking miscreants that have been, bad language, against the government leaders that get about this fake pandemic crap. They've been given the go-ahead to get a court case number now. But the mainstream media won't be boasting about that.
I think it's going away. I think it's going away, and then it's going to come back with an absolute massive.
Well, yeah, dude. Listen, it's like a Doctor Who script. Fucking Torchwood programmed us for this. Remember Torchwood? Where they had everybody marching into the camps and the government and the army handing out the vaccinations and the bandages. It's not like they haven't been doing it for the last 400 years.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Jay. I think my internet's gone. I've lost sound from.
No, it's not you, mate. It just went. I completely went silent. I thought I was waiting to say something else, so I invited Jimmy to say something. Because when it comes to cryptocurrency, I'm a complete noob. I mean, we back in the day, we had somebody on who was doing, touting OneCoin, and we all know what happened with that. But these people aren't. We see these fucking billionaires, and we think, God, they must be the most, intelligent people on fucking planet, and yada yada yada. And then you look at how they deceive, like
Richard Branson.
Well, I'm thinking of a particular case. I'm thinking of what's the fucking first? I know his second name because it's Holmes.
Sherlock.
Sorry?
Sherlock. No, it's not Sherlock.
No. She had a company called Theranos. So the idea coming, the word she were dropped out of fucking Stanford or Harvard or whatever, set up this company called Theranos. And what she did is she said she got this technology, she got this idea, and she got the technology. They were developing the technology so that somebody would wear something on the body, and every day it would take a single dose of blood, and then that would be that blood would be transmitted to a machine that she called the Edison, and then it would say it would do 200 tests, 200 different tests, all in one speck of blood. Oh God, what?
There are 13,000 different types of blood tests, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean, this would do it.
But unfortunately, they're all a bit too late for Prince Philip. Bye bye, virus. Another dead thing. Sorry, man.
It's all right. What's the name? Anyway, you should look into this. This is like fucking. She got all these people to invest in a company, and a company before it had even done anything was valued at £9.5 billion, and she owned half of it. So
yeah, and owned the other 99%.
So she got even Rupert Murdoch. Eventually, she ended up.
One of the six primordial Satans that runs the fucking media corporation that tells everybody the lies they need to believe that day. Awesome job if you can get it.
Well, she got some money out of him for now.
It's not difficult to do.
He never got that back. But anyway, she's Elizabeth Holmes. That's her name. Elizabeth Holmes. The company's called
I
Tiny
can't
Holmes.
say I heard of the only Holmes like Katie Holmes, but she was married to the Scientology dude, wasn't she? The little midget in the jet plane.
Yeah, Tiny Tim. Tiny.
Yeah, Tiny Tim. You're right. You were right.
Tom Cruise.
You were right the first time. Tiny Tim.
Who apparently has been filming in a quarry at only about 15 or 20 miles away from where I am. Tiny
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, but he's not been fucking over to see me, so
bastard.
won't invite that cunt again. And he's not took me. He won't come on show.
No, I know, man. He's kind of fussy. He doesn't like answering questions that tax his brain.
Mm.
So, what film are they making? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue, but apparently they were filming in a quarry, not too far from here. So.
I hope bunch of my college mates were in Highlander, and the extra scenes killing each other in Glencoe, running about daft back in the day.
Well, I don't know how he got fucking permit to travel here. I mean, it's not really essential, is it? Work, you know. He shouldn't have even got a fucking work permit to work here. The fucking little cunt.
Well, according to himself, he's the only man that's keeping Hollywood alive. He is Hollywood, according to his good guy. I don't know if you heard or not, but he had a bloody bad tirade of bad language against a couple of his operators because they were standing too close together watching a retake of a scene that he'd made. And he started screaming that it wasn't for him that the whole Hollywood fall apart, that him and his movies are the only reason that they're still going blah, blah, blah. What a complete and absolute little dipshit.
Jimmy, I've got a question here in the chat room. I think that it's for you. So it's Tony Dot. He wants to know who are the ones funding Bitcoin, blockchain.
It's a Japanese guy that invented it. I can't remember his name. I quoted his name back about 4 years ago. I used to do a few shows in America. We had 70,000 viewers twice a week. And anyway, the guy that's the one. Yeah, but again, this is DARPA, CIA, seed money, fund money, same as fucking Zuckerberg and Facebook. Yeah, it's all DARPA. Everything is a creation. That's why, like I said, I had the option to buy Bitcoin at 78 pence or 88 pence on the second day that it fucking started. And I thought, nah, it's just a scam. Because, dude, if I bought it at that amount of price back in those days, but how can you materialize into real money?
So it's one thing. It's one thing holding Bitcoin, but it's actually how to cash out is the tricky part.
If you go to your bank tomorrow and you take out fucking £5,001, douche, they've informed fucking Interpol and the fucking tax companies, the inland revenue, and they want to know what you're going to do with it. Because the 1882 bills of exchange, fiat currency, the monopoly money paper that we trade today, if on the weekends, well, that was last couple of years before the virus happened down, but the transfer of the fucking paper, fucking pretend money that we've all got is an important part of their bullshit economy. And that's why they monitor it carefully. They like to see where every cent goes. And so you can't just go into the bank and say, hey, I've got 2 million Bitcoins, give me £1 million over the counter now. It ain't going to happen.
Well, I don't know. A lot of banks are adopting it now, and a lot of big exchanges are trading with it. So it's,
you can make your own bank.
There is that.
It's just that, dude, I don't know if you know about the 1880 anyway, the 1882 Bills of Exchange Act, the QEQB Act, Unum Sanctum, Attorney Regis, Convocation. You are a corporation. You're a dead person. You're bigger and better than the Queen, the government, the President, the Prime Minister, because you're more powerful because you're alive and you've got a waiting signature, while most of them can just do forgeries and blank pieces of paper. Black and white, Masonic dead in the A4. But that's a completely different world entirely. But it wouldn't. You could win. You can win if you play the game properly.
Yeah, Yeah, possibly. I
No,
don't
no, no, no. It's
know. I don't know if
no, bro. Listen, it's their rules. This is how you beat them. You use their own rules against them. Yeah. An affidavit at law with a notary stamp. Anything that's above the paper rises the paper from the dead. Everything that you write on black and white, especially the Masonic checkerboard, black and white, it's dead. It's the dead person entity. But if you put words on paper, get it notarized with a seal, that raises the paper like Christ comes to life. It raises the paper from the dead. And that's their law. And that's how you beat them using their own fucking law, because the minute that they admit their law is wrong, the whole system collapses. It's like knowing the hidden game. It's like knowing the hidden name of God in back in the old days of the movies, if that makes sense.
I think they've been playing this game for too long. They're very, very good at playing this game, and I'm not sure.
They've taken
I'm not sure their system will collapse too easily.
No, dude, the system's never been in place. The Queen put her hand on top of the Bible. She signed her oath at the top of the page, and it wasn't even the original stone. We have been lied to for the last 400 years. It's all a movie, dude. We'd be as well watching Pepe Le Pew and bloody Bugs Bunny cartoons, and we know that we are. You know that we are. We know that we are. But unfortunately, the majority of the tax-paying people that go out every day to put sweat equity into the system to keep it going as it is don't, because they're too busy watching Coronation Street, EastEnders, Emmerdale Farm, and all the other ones. Fraser Hines, remember? Did you ever see Fraser Hines in Pop Black? He was a shit snooker player too.
Well, we've got Akamase. Good name. Seems to be a bit of a buffing on just about everything, and so far done just
It's been said.
one more monologue. You would admit though that there are things that you don't know and you don't understand, and that you might not have the correct view upon.
I learn every day. I'm still learning.
Yeah, and so do we all. But what we all do is we learn by listening. And every time I've tried to bring Jimmy in, you've just overshot him. And so I'd like Jimmy to because he's an advocate of cryptos, and I'd like him to just address a few of the points that you made. All right, Jimmy. What do you want to say?
Well, I just basically said what I was going to say about the blockchain technologies, and I think they were a good idea because another good use for blockchain technology would be in traceability of products and codes, because at the moment, when you buy something from a company, say halfway around the world, you only have their words that say, for example, that you were holistic in a sense, and that you only wanted natural products. You only have their words that their products are natural. But if everything was accounted for on a blockchain, it could be traced back to source, and it could be verified that, yes, such and such a product does contain these components here, and yes, they did come from reputable sources. So I'm still a big advocate of blockchain technology. I'm not sure about cryptocurrencies. I don't know where they're going to go, if they will ever be used, or if they'll be clamped down on by government. That's probably quite likely, because we see a lot of governments around the world, they're trying to clamp down. Like, say, for example, India, they're trying to block Bitcoin, and other countries have tried to block Bitcoin, and then again they've gone back and they've reversed their decisions, and some of them are now trying to re-block Bitcoin. So it's hard to know where the cryptocurrencies are going to go. But as a good use technology, and if you were interested in investing in new companies which are coming up with innovative ideas on how to improve databases, security, accountability, I think it's a good bet, to maybe have a small investment in some of these companies,
I must agree, the blockchain technology, the Internet of Things. If you go into your Wi-Fi just now, you'll see IPv4 and IPv6. On IPv6, every grain of sand will have its own IP address. It'll be traceable. You'll be able to follow it from point of origin to point of destination. So what you're saying, for the benefit of the whole of every living being, I was going to say humanity, but that just means the colour of man, not woman. But the blockchain technology, good. Cryptocurrency, another, Ponzi scheme, literally. Invest in this, invest in that. But the only thing that really matters to them is the chunks of the precious metals and the shiny stones that they've been fighting over for millennia. And that's all that's still going to be their bread and butter at the end of the day, although you can't eat them.
Yeah, it's a new technology, and we have to see where it goes. It's got some benefits, and there are some pitfalls. Like you said,
it's going to go. We know where it's going to go. This is what the whole system was given to us for. This saves the MI5, 6, 7 agents raking through the bins like they did with Arthur Scargill and the guy from the royal family. You just give them Facebook so they can click their likes, dislikes, and we can assess their personality by filling in multimedia questionnaires and seeing how long they pause in a certain advert. Hi Facebook, today I'm thinking about pig ski suits on a surfboard somewhere in Hawaii. Watch the adverts change tomorrow when you go online. The Economist magazine, the Economist magazine gave me a chauffeur-driven interview, and they recorded an interview I did back in 1997, and they paid me for it as well, because they asked me what I thought the internet was going. And the guy that I was in the interview room with, he was the guy that coded the nuclear missiles in the submarine base up in Faslane in Scotland. I was on the world's first internet chat program. We could talk to each other. It was paltalk.com. They're still in a lawsuit with Microsoft because Microsoft Messenger stole the application from them. The battle's still ongoing. Started on the 2nd of June 1998, and it was the world's first camera and chat program. So the first thing I did was get on there and start pissing off a lot of people the world over by telling them to wake the fuck up and check for themselves. So don't believe anything you're told. Read it for your own self. Use your own intellect and don't believe anything, especially history, because it's all a bloody lie. As we all know, that's why we're here tonight, sitting here disgruntled, pissed and smoking weed. Sorry, man.
It's okay. No, there's also, just what I'm thinking about it, there's also another interesting use case for the blockchain technology, especially now in these days of like severe censorship. Like, I'm not sure how much you're affected by censorship, Jason. I know an awful lot of the channels and the podcasters that I follow have been purged basically from YouTube, and we've had to sort of like reorganize on various different platforms all over the internet, with no shape to it or anything. So, but with a blockchain technology behind the say a website that was like providing streaming capabilities and podcasts, it would make it impossible for anyone to delete anything off the blockchain. Once it's on the blockchain, it's there forever. It can't be altered. It can't be messed with. It can't be removed. And I think technologies as they develop, I think that's going to be a very, very important aspect of blockchain as we move forward.
It would be a good thing. Censorship. I got involved with a chat show that had been running for 14 years, over 1,200 live shows since 2006 it was. But if you go and type into the internet just now, it no longer exists. Websites, all the videos gone. There's one or two. Funnily enough, one of them happens to be me in it, by the way. That's a really, really strange coincidence, but that's MI5 for you. Cretins. And so they completely obliterated. We were getting 70,000 plus viewers twice a week.
Well,
the internet. The internet is almost like a sorry, Jason.
No, mate, you're gone. You phoned in. I was just going to say that the internet seems to be
like a graveyard for dead links, you know.
The internet's good. Listen, shall I tell you a secret about the internet that even the internet doesn't like? If you get your basic white template for a website and you type on in white ink nothing but keywords and white ink on white paper, and then just put in like a million pages of just nothing but white on white, and then you're going to go straight to number one in the Google rankings because of the bots, the crawler engines, and so on and so forth. Don't be telling the advertising companies that.
I've seen those web pages, and I often wondered what was going on there, because you'd end up on the web page and you'd see repeating words like going right the way down forever, like, you know, and it was all the same thing. So,
and that's not even talking about the subliminal imaging that they do through the televisions. But nah, that's a completely different subject for another time. Cheers, guys. Slàinte mhaigh, slàinte mhath.
Shalom.
As they say up north of the border.
No, fucking hell. I think I'm going to have to go.
Sorry,
lad.
Yeah,
that's
listen,
okay, Jason,
guys, thank you for the entertainment. I've enjoyed watching the shows over a few times. For some reason, I was impelled to dial in tonight, but it's been a pleasure to speak to you, and keep up with the good workshops. And everybody that's here, just keep on digging for yourself. Don't believe anything you're told. Trust you and trust the Matrix Maker, whatever you call them, Yahweh, Buddha, Jehovah. Pick your freaking choice, but don't kill anybody over it. Did it?
Right, I'll tell you what, Chris. I feel like we've been ignoring you a little bit. Are you still there, mate?
I am, lad.
Oh.
Are you?
Listen, I'm not going to interrupt. You know what I mean? I'm just letting the lads speak. But listen, I'll make it brief. Going back to crypto, I don't know if anyone's aware of the digital dollar. Right, so we'll not have a conversation, but this is just what I've heard. My take on the digital dollar, if it happens, it's dangerous, because the petrodollar, which controls the way, you know, it's the world's oil currency.
The Seven Sisters. Google, listen, bro. Google the Seven Sisters. The seven biggest oil companies in the world. The Seven Sisters. The Queen owns BP. It's hers. It's a personal project of hers. That's why the wacko thing in the fucking. Remember the one that blew up in the middle of the Texas Panhandle, and they sprayed all the beaches with that poison and stuff back in the day. HMQ, Elizabeth Sachs Bodler, Windsor, Battenberg, both that, whatever the fucking name really is. Yeah, man, the Seven Sisters. Google that. That's the ones that want us eating the carbon. Carbon 7 is the most prolific bloody element in the universe. And yet we're still killing each other and fighting each other and invading Iraq. And, well, Afghanistan is more about the minerals and the earth, but they need it for the pipeline from the Caspian Sea down to Saudi Arabia. Off Baku. Donald Trump, Donald Trump's got a 33 story hotel in Baku. He sent his daughter over to finish off the decor recently. The biggest oil reserves, they're underneath that big puddle in the middle of Iraq and Iran and Russia. So watch that space for the next few years. 2033, that's the next big gameplay. It's all in the numbers. They've been doing it since 1776 on the 19th of April.
Gematria.
I just love the way you threw your voice. You threw your voice then, Chris, and it sort of like sounded like it were. And you changed your accent as well, Chris. So.
No, but listen, it doesn't matter. Listen,
give me
I'll
last
have a good weekend. No, listen, have a good weekend. That's it, because you know, I know you're tired. So listen, everything's going to be all right, no matter which way it goes, because we have the power, and the people in power. It's simple as that. So no matter what they throw at us, they're going to throw the climate change madness next. So we have the power. What we got to do is keep planting seeds, be a gardener. That's what I am. I'm a gardener. I plant seeds as much as I can, and that's about it. And I don't mean in the ground, you know what I mean? That's how it is. You know, we can't give up the fight because it's scary, you know it is, but negative energy kills. positive energy. That's what it's all about.
It was
That's
a
our
fellow
fault.
a fellow Scouser fucking summed it up perfectly. All you need is love. No negativity.
Of course,
It's all a movie.
John Lennon, he
All,
wrote that
it's all a
song,
movie.
but apparently
It's
he
all
wrote-
a movie. Make it your movie. All you need is love. Send out love.
Of
Love
course.
conquers everything. Yeah, man. That's a
Jimmy.
true
That's
story.
all, lads. But listen, I'm a Josie, whatever your name is. Good night, Jimmy. Good night, Jason. And good night to
Good night,
everyone
guys.
else in the
Thanks
chat.
for coming on, pal.
Good night,
Jimmy,
Chris.
give us your last. Give us your
You're
last
welcome.
word.
Good night.
Well, my last word is going to sort of like echo what Chris was just saying there. I don't know about you guys over there in England, how your shelves are stocked at the moment in the supermarkets and stuff, but over here, what I'm seeing is like shelves getting emptier and emptier. I don't know whether that's got to do with a global stress on the delivery and production of goods, or whether it's got to do with the EU and Brexit. I still have to figure that a little bit out, but I would suggest and agree with Chris that, like, yeah, start growing a little bit of food, get out into your garden, get busy, get happy, because it's a great place to be. It's probably one of the most important things that we can do right now is to become a little bit more food secure and learn the skills that we need just in case, because we don't know where this financial collapse is heading, really, you know. So we need to be able to give ourselves a little bit of independence and sort of like take ourselves off the grid just a little bit if possible. That's what I'm going to leave with.
Brilliant, Jimmy. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for coming on tonight. Listen, guys, I'm just going to... I know it's a RN after dark. My arms and my hands are just killing me, and I just need to take some painkillers and stuff. So I'm going to end this now, but I'll be back on Tuesday night. Don't know what we'll be doing, but then again, we never knew. Thanks,
No hassle. Yeah.
Akmose. And
Akmose.
Tuesday. Yeah, I'll get it.
It's a long story. God willing, we'll catch up again soon. No fear. Don't fear. Good night, guys.
No fear. I've got no fear. No fear at all. No fear at all. Listen, thanks very much for everyone who came to listen to us at short notice. It's been interesting. We've had a few people on. It was a bit impromptu. I'm hoping I'm going to get Super Leeds on to thank him for my gifts that he sent me today in a fucking great big massive fuck off box. But he's not been able to get on, so we'll see him again soon. Yeah, have a good weekend, everybody. Give us a like and a thumbs up, and if you like to subscribe, then please do. But don't forget to hit that bell, because some people aren't getting it. Some people aren't getting notifications when we're coming on. So do what you can on your end, and then we can only hope YouTube do their fucking part. Anyway, thanks everybody. I'll see you on Tuesday night. From me, I'll never be able to say it, Akmose.
That's the one. Good night, guys.
From
All
me,
the best. God be with peace be.
and of course Chris, who were on earlier on. Take it easy, and all you need is love. Just remember that.